This is my first official YouTube video besides the yoga ones I've been doing, but this is crazy. I don't know. Welcome to my channel, I guess. My name is Lexi and this is my first real video, so I figured it would be super duper important for me to kind of tell you guys a little bit more about me. If you're coming from my TikTok, I had you guys ask a bunch of questions in a video, so guess what I did? I wrote them all down. Well, not all of them. I wrote down the ones I got the most often, and I'm also gonna try to learn how to edit things all cool and like put the question right here before I answer it. Liddy, you know, what is wrong with you? Welcome to my Q&A. Hey, yay! What is wrong with me? So I figure we'll start out with the basics, like, what's your name? How old are you? And where are you from? Nice. Okay, so my name is Lexi Hidalgo. I am 19 and I am from South Florida. I already have a feeling I'm gonna move my hands a lot. Let's just go down the list of things I wrote down because I actually don't remember like the order I wrote them in, so it's gonna be a surprise to me too. Favorite recipe to make? Okay, I do remember this one. Empanadas, and banana bread. They're just like, banana bread is just so, it's like heavenly. It really, I love banana bread. Next question, favorite athletic store? So I would have to say, super duper basic, I love Lululemon. But I used to get a bunch of my stuff at Nike, like all my colored Nike Pros, but they don't carry them anymore, which sucks. So I guess like I'd still consider Nike, but even though they don't have what I used to get. And then for like yoga pants and workout shorts, Bitsy Bottom, obviously because it's Mama's company and it's the best. Literally the best. The next question is, when do I wake up and when do I go to bed? See, that's a good question. Lexi, do you hear them asking that? Yeah. This girl over here normally goes to bed like midnight, wakes up like 8, but lately she thinks it's okay to go to bed at 3 a.m. I don't know what she's thinking. So I need to get back on my normal sleep schedule, but normally I will go to bed around midnight and wake up around 8. So I get that full 8-hour thing, you know, because lately I just haven't been doing it. And then it gets to the afternoon and I wonder why I'm so tired and unmotivated. And then I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Which TikToker would I want to collab with? There's a lot of awesome people on TikTok. I would collab with anyone on TikTok. Like, I think it's such an awesome platform and there's so many good people out there. I don't think I have like a favorite. Like, I don't think I could pick just one person. When did I start making to-do lists? So I actually, throughout all of high school, I always had an agenda that I would use for school. And every day I'd kind of write down things I needed to do, but not in necessarily the form of a to-do list. I just kind of wrote it as homework. But I really started making them when I first got to college. I did them every single day, like every morning, and it kind of just stuck, and I just kept doing them. At the end of this, I'll get more into how I do them and that kind of thing, but for right now, that's just when I started making them, and it has helped me so much. Best high school memory. Literally anything with my cheer team. I think the reason that's my best memory is because it's what I miss the most. So obviously it must have been really good, you know? Siblings, pets, family stuff. Okay, I'll give you the rundown on my family. I have 2 younger brothers. They're 14 and 15. I'll put their ats right there. Go follow them. Seriously. The older one, Colby, he's 15. He wants the clout. My parents are awesome. And I have 2 puppies. We have a Schmorky and a pit bull. I love them with my whole entire heart. And my mom has a bird that she's had for 24 years. So the bird hates me, literally is so mean to me. None of my business though, it's fine. Actually, I get really butthurt about it. But anyways, the bird doesn't like me and that's that. Favorite color, pretty simple, yellow. And then I looked psycho when I said that. Yellow is my favorite color because like sunshine, happiness, the very stereotypical version of yellow. That's why it's my favorite. Also, my first car was a yellow punch buggy, so I have to love it. And then I'd probably have to say like light pink, light blue. I like white, if that counts as a color, because you can style it with everything. And I also like red and orange. I like all the colors. Height. I am 5 feet and 8 inches. And I honestly wouldn't mind if I was taller. Weird thing about how I feel with my height, I hate when people are taller than me. But me and my roommate are the same height. So if she puts heels on or shoes that make her taller than me, I'm like, I can't do this. I like have to stay away from her. It's probably not a good thing, but that just a fun fact. Ethnicity. So I am like half American. Like my mom's side is just straight up American, and my dad's side, my grandma is from Colombia and my grandpa is from Argentina. I guess that makes me a quarter Colombian, a quarter Argentinian, and 50% American. There's definitely more on my mom's side of the family I just don't know about. Like these freckles, they had to come from somewhere. None of my business though. I'll figure it out one day. Chipotle order. Chipotle order, Chipotle order. This is a great question. I actually like to switch it up a lot, but lately what I've been doing is I get a burrito bowl, right? Brown rice with black beans, half chicken, half barbacoa. Literally game changer, I swear. And then, you know, like the mild salsa, corn salsa, light cheese, and light sour cream, and lettuce, and then chips and guac, because you have to dip the chips in the bowl. You know how it goes. I would eat Chipotle every single day. All-time favorite Taylor Swift song. This question, I love this question. Speak now. Someone could be holding a gun to my head and I would be able to sing every single word. You hear the preach baby now or rubber hold your Okay. We're not gonna go that crazy, but Speak Now. Favorite album? Speak Now. My pet peeves. One of them is definitely people chewing with their mouth open. I think that's a pretty basic pet peeve. And another one is slow walkers. No. I can't do it. My favorite movies. The Notebook. The Notebook. The girliest romantic movie I could ever say. The Notebook, yes, that's one of my favorite movies. And Shutter Island. That movie gets me every single time. I've watched it 3 times, and the ending I still get so I actually want to watch that again soon. And like Leonardo DiCaprio. Bae. Cars. Lightning McQueen. Bae. From my whole entire childhood, Sandlot. Sandlot. You haven't seen that, you haven't lived. Spirit animal. What would it be and why? See, this is a tough question, because I think the animal that I relate the most to is a giraffe, because I'm tall with like spots. I just love them. I think they got those long tongues and they eat the lettuce and they're like, lettuce, you know? So I have a really strong attachment to butterflies. If you couldn't tell, I'm almost always wearing butterfly jewelry just because they've always represented so much for my family, and I love butterflies. Favorite places to get clothes. A lot of you guys ask me this, and I never know how to answer it because I am so all over the place with where I get my clothes. I do a lot of shopping at Plato's Closet, which has like people's used clothes, and I love Target and PacSun and H&M and pretty like anything online stores. Lululemon. I get my clothes really from all over the place, so I just don't really have a favorite. Favorite food, favorite type of food, and if I could only eat one food for the rest of my life, what would it be? This question is so hard for the foodie that I am. I like all food. My favorite food would definitely be empanadas are up there, because like that, it would just be wrong if I didn't say empanadas. My dad makes this breakfast casserole. Oh, it's so good. My favorite type of food, Mexican. Give me the chimichangas, give me the enchiladas, give me the quesadilla, give me the burrito, give me the tacos, give me the chips, give me the guac, give me the queso. Ooh, Mexican food has my whole entire heart. If I could only have one food for the rest of my life, I'll keep it simple here. Potatoes. They come in different forms. We got hash browns, we got baked potato, we got French fries, we got mashed potatoes. You could do anything with a potato. An embarrassing story. I have a lot of embarrassing stories. I tend to embarrass myself a lot, but one thing I will never, ever, 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 ever forget, 3rd grade, picture day, but also sports jersey day, in my Minnesota Vikings jersey, and it was also October, so I thought it would be a good idea to put my hair in these little pigtails with Halloween thingy-mabobbers on them. Walking from lunch on our way to the pictures, I slip on my butt because there's chocolate milk on the floor. So I'm crying, and I have to go take my 3rd grade school picture while I'm crying with chocolate milk on my butt, in my Vikings jersey, and my Halloween blobbers. I'll never forget it. It actually still scars me, and I think that's why I have problems every once in a while. My favorite thing about Florida, besides everything, having the beach 2 miles from me is just incredible. I love the ocean. I love the sunshine. What is my go-to Starbucks drink? There's 2. I either would get a pink drink, a venti pink drink with light ice and no berries, or just a venti strawberry acai with light ice. Did I ever play any sports? I actually spent my whole childhood as a competitive cheerleader, so I did all-star cheer, which some people still don't consider a sport. Those of you saying it's not a sport, have you ever seen the stuff that these girls can do? I didn't think so. Now I want to kind of get into the deeper questions, I guess you could say, regarding stuff like my fitness, my motivation, my confidence, my happiness, my positivity. So we're going to just jump right into those. I'm going to start by talking about what motivates me and what I think can help motivate anyone. What I believe in is manifestation, which basically is just speaking things into existence. So if I want a 6-pack, I'm just going to say I have a 6-pack. So it's kind of like you're looking at the future. But it's always helped keep me on the right track and motivate me. And don't get me wrong, there is days where I'm like, I do not want to work out. I do not want to do this. I want to eat all the junk food. And sometimes I do. And sometimes I just skip my workout. But it's important for me to remind myself that that is okay. Like, we cannot be perfect. We're going to have days where we just don't want to put in 100% effort. And if we beat ourselves up about that, it's going to keep happening. If we allow it, it's going to happen a lot less often. Basically, motivation's tough, but the more consistent you are with pushing yourself and believing in yourself, the more routine it becomes, and you will just start to see progress, and progress will motivate you. I promise. That kind of leads me into the fitness aspect. A lot of you guys ask how often I work out, or what days I do what things, or how many reps, or what days do I work out different body parts. I felt like on here is the best way to answer that, because I don't really have a routine or a schedule. There's not days where I work out my legs, and there's not days I work out my arms, and there's not days I do cardio and don't. I literally just work out what I feel like my body needs. Some days I want to run. Some days I don't. Some days I want to do ab workout. Some days a leg workout. I literally just listen to what I feel like. And I think that's important for everybody. I know that's just my opinion, and I'm not a professional, but I don't think that doing any kind of workout program or any circuit is super beneficial for you, because that's harder to keep up in a lifestyle. It's easier to just go with the flow long term than have a strict schedule, because there's going to be days when your strict schedule gets thrown off and it might beat you up a little bit. And the goal when it comes to fitness is to think of something that you can stick with long term rather than short term. So if you're trying to lose weight, it's important to take your time with it and let your body get used to what you're doing to make the change. If you try to do something drastic so fast, it's going to be 10 times easier to gain the weight back. Just give yourself time and be consistent with staying active, not with doing this on a specific schedule and specific day. Again, that's just what works for me. I'm not a professional. I'm not telling you this is what you have to do. I'm just telling you that that is what has always worked for me, and that's what I will probably stick with for the rest of my life. Another thing you guys asked a lot about was how to stay positive and confident. Those are two difficult things again. These last few things I'm talking about, they vary for everyone. For me, when it comes to positivity, it sounds so cheesy, I know, and people are always like, well, that doesn't do anything. Literally, just put a smile on your face when you're feeling down. Smile, look in the mirror, say, you know what, you got this. It's all about having the right mindset and trusting and believing the process of life. And my favorite quote ever, I know it's a cheesy one, but everything happens for a reason. That is literally so engraved in my mind that anything negative that happens or anytime I'm feeling down, I just trust. Just believe that things are getting better and manifest positivity in the future. So again, manifesting is just speaking things into existence. So speak in happiness. When it comes to confidence, this is a tough one, and it feels weird for me to talk about it almost, because there are so many times and there are so many days where I am not confident in who I am. And it's definitely gotten better for me, because back in middle school, I was having a really hard time and literally didn't even want to look at myself in the mirror. I just didn't feel like a person, you know, it was bad, but I've come a long way from that. And what helped me actually realize that was yoga. Yoga helped me kind of take a whole different look on the world. It made me see things so differently and in such a better light. And that's actually why I ended up getting certified, was because I wanted to share that light. It's really awesome, actually, that I'm having the opportunity to share the light to you guys without necessarily doing it through the practice of yoga. We all have times where we just don't feel that good about ourselves, and that's okay. It's normal. I keep saying it, I know, but we can't beat ourselves up about it. We can only work on it. So what works for me is just looking in the mirror and letting yourself know that you are the shiz. It helps me. And I'm just here to share with you guys the things that work for me. It could work for you, and it could make a really big difference for you, and I just want to be able to share that. I do think, though, that everything, when it comes to the positivity, the motivation, the confidence, the self-love, all stems back to your mindset and the way that you think. If you think down and you think negative, that's what the universe is going to give you. If you're thinking positive, if you think highly of yourself, you will see the results mentally and physically. I am convinced that there is truly such thing as a happiness glow. No doubt in my mind at all. It is true. It is real. Moving slightly away from like the deepness of that conversation, you guys also asked about how I make my to-do list. So I actually have one on this notebook right here, but you asked like what to write on them. Literally anything that pops into your mind, you're like, oh, I need to do this, write it down. Because chances are you'll forget otherwise if you're anything like me. I forget things all the time. And something that helps me about having a to-do list and why I do it is just because if I go to bed and I see that something's not crossed off, I don't get too upset about it. Rather, it just motivates me to get it done the next day. Most of the time. There are certain things that will stay on my to-do list for like weeks at a time, but eventually they get done. I just need the constant reminder that I have to do it. This one, for example, was like a week to-do list, and I kind of just wrote down everything I needed to get done, and there's still stuff that's not crossed off, and it's almost the end of the week, and that's okay. I think the real reason I do to-do lists, like I'm not gonna lie to you guys, is because they kind of satisfy me. I have a lot of fun making them. I get to use all my colored markers and my stickers, and I don't know, they just make me happy. I guess that's all of the questions I wrote down. If you guys have any more, I will totally do another one of these again in the future, because that was fun. I'm kind of sad it's over. I am really excited to be starting a YouTube channel. I think a part of me has always wanted to have one. I do need to kind of educate myself on YouTube, because I've never really watched YouTube. I've never really watched people on YouTube either. And I don't really know how to make videos, but I'm gonna learn, okay? We're in this together, and I'm excited. And I guess I get to say, don't forget to, I wonder if I could put words. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, that was so cheesy. I need to think of a better way to do that. I hope that you are all having an amazing day, and I hope that you have an amazing day tomorrow. I hope that in some way, shape, or form, I brought a smile to your face at some point during this video, because it is so important to smile. So if I haven't done it yet, smile right now. Smile with me. Smile, come on, you're not smiling big enough. Okay, you killed it. You look beautiful. That's all for my first ever non-yoga YouTube video. Let's see where this goes. If you guys want to comment new ideas for my next video or what you want me to do on this channel, let me know. I'm excited. I love you guys, and thank you for watching. Have the best day ever.